We've been in Belgrade for about a week now, and we will be here until the end of January, so that'll be 2 months in Belgrade, and then we'll be moving on to Sarajevo. We're staying in a flat that I've rented through Airbnb, as usual. If you're not familiar with Airbnb, it's basically like a hotel booking website, except you're booking rooms in other people's flats or houses, or you're booking entire flats to yourself. That's how I've booked all of my accommodations since I've been traveling around outside the States. It's a much homier vibe because you can rent out an entire flat. You can have like a nice kitchen. You're living in a residential area instead of like where hotels are, like in the city center. Yeah, I just prefer Airbnb. And so if you've never used Airbnb before and you want to try it, if you sign up using my referral link, which is in the video description down below, you'll get a discount off your first booking. I don't know, I'd rather rent a flat like in a residential area and get like a real experience of what it's like to live in a city versus staying in a hotel. Not that there's anything wrong with hotels, but it's a completely different vibe. And especially if you're staying in places for several months, I couldn't imagine living in a hotel for that amount of time. It just feels better for us to live in a real flat like this. So in this video, I'm going to give you a little tour of our flat here. Yeah, just show you the place, and this will be our home for the next 2 months. So this is a studio flat, so there's only one room. This is the main room here. Nice, large, spacious room here. And then this couch folds out to a bed. So it's like a queen-size bed, I guess. This part slides out and then it just lays flat, and then we just put our bedding on there. But I really like this flat. I like the style. It's basic, very simple. The heating in here is excellent. It's like always roasting in here, which is good because it's so cold outside. I really like the floors too. I'm not sure what happened here. Yeah, and we have plenty of storage here to store all of our clothes. I mean, we don't have that many things anyways. If you've watched our other video, our packing list video, you'll see everything we brought with us, which is just 2 bags and then Kuba's guitar. But this has plenty of space for our clothes. And then we store everything else in these little storage areas. They have several books here for us to read, so I am reading this right now, which I've seen the show, and for the most part I enjoy the show, except for the last few seasons, but this book is excellent. And they have other books here too. Not all of them are in English, but it's nice that they have a little library going on. Nice TV, which we're not going to use. We never watch TVs in these Airbnbs. This is a cool little typewriter. Kuba says it works, but it sticks a little bit. Oh, I didn't even notice the keys are different. Oh, and it's cool because there is this balcony here. Which maybe I'll go outside and show you what it looks like. Oh, it's quite cold today though. All right, let's go back inside. It's cold. So this flat is just on the edge of the pedestrian area, which is where all the shopping is. So it's a good location because we're in the city center, but it's not like on a busy street. Yeah, small kitchen. It's a lot smaller than the one in Zagreb. Just put our dry goods up there, like spices and stuff. Oh yeah, this is the grain coffee. I can barely reach the shelf. This is caffeine-free green coffee, so we have this in the evening. And Kuba doesn't drink regular coffee, so this is what we like. This is another little like counter area, I guess. We just keep our fruit here and other supplies. Because there aren't many cupboards in the kitchen. Tiny little fridge, little freezer in there. And then we only have 2 burners here, unlike the flat in Zagreb, which had 4 gas burners, but we can still make it work. Oh yeah, this is my new bowl. I just bought this one. In case you're curious about what bowl I used for my oatmeal photos, it's about this big. What else? Oh yeah, down here, This is all the kitchen supplies we have. I bought this little pot, and I'm going to leave it here when we move. This will be a nice addition because it only had one giant pot and a little pan down here. This is a new addition. I'll probably leave this in the flat when we move, just donate it to the flat. But it's a steamer basket, so it expands to fit any size pot. Like this, so you just put some water in the bottom of the pot, put this in there, put your broccoli or whatever, cover it, and then simmer the water, and then it'll just steam your veggies like that. Super convenient. And even though this kitchen is smaller, we still have plenty to work with, and yeah, I'm really liking it. And then past the kitchen area is just the entry. And then the bathroom. Yeah, we actually have a stand-up shower in here, which is nice. It's just a change. In Zagreb, we only had a bathtub, and so I can barely reach this, but ugh. Kuba designed this little hook for us so we can actually stand up in the shower. Because in most bathrooms here, the shower head is just left like here, and then you're just supposed to like rinse off, suds up, and then rinse off again. But this way we can leave it up if we want. Yeah, plenty of storage in here. Lots of mirrors in this bathroom. This is really nice. It's a heated towel rack, so we can dry our clothes on there. And then we have a washing machine too. But yeah, this flat's pretty nice. Lots of storage space. Nice bathroom, and it's like roasting in here right now. I think I've shown you everything in here. Yeah, this is just a nice little space for us. And some nice light coming in today. But yeah, that's about it. I really like this flat. I think we lucked out with our choice. I didn't notice that this flat didn't have an oven, and that's something that if I had to change it, if I had to do it again, I probably would have looked for a flat that had an oven, because we had one in Zagreb that was so nice that, you know, we were able to bake cookies and bake everything in the oven, because we didn't have an oven in Torremolinos, and we didn't have a good working oven in Scotland either. Now that we're here, there's nothing we can do about it, so we'll just make it work, and we'll figure out things to cook without an oven. We were able to book this flat for around $500 a month, and that's approximately the same cost as our flat in Zagreb. The location is different. This is right in the city center. Like I mentioned before, it's like right on the edge of the main pedestrian shopping area in the city center, so it's an excellent location. In Zagreb, we were living in a more residential area, so it took us like 30 minutes by tram to get into the city center itself, so this is just, it's a different experience living right in the city center. But yeah, I really like it here so far. Our first week has been a little difficult, just adjusting to like a bigger city, and, you know, figuring out where the market is and like where to get food. But now that we have that sorted out, I'm a lot more comfortable staying here. But there's always that adjustment period, like when you move to a new place, just like, to me, the biggest thing is figuring out where to get food. And once we sort that out, then everything else kind of falls into place. Yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring more of the city here. So if you have any suggestions on things to visit, please leave that in a comment below. And if you have any questions about renting on Airbnb, feel free to ask me, because I have several years experience of renting through Airbnb. Check the video description for my referral link, because if you're new to Airbnb, you will save money if you sign up through me, so check that out. And I can't recommend them enough. Their customer service is excellent. It's great that we can rent flats like this from real people versus, you know, booking through a hotel. It's just a much better experience. You know, some people are hesitant to rent on Airbnb because they're worried about, you know, renting from people versus like a hotel company or whatever, but it's totally legitimate, it's safe, there's reviews. A lot of the people who rent are verified, so Airbnb has a verification process. No money is exchanged, like you don't exchange money. It's all paid through the Airbnb website, so it's super easy and streamlined. In my experience, it's cheaper to rent on Airbnb, and so even if you want to rent a room for a weekend, you're going to visit somewhere, I would still check Airbnb for a room. Because the prices are cheaper, if not about the same as what you would pay to get a hotel room, and I would just much prefer to have a room in a real flat versus a hotel room. It's just a different experience. Yeah, so let me know what you think of this video, and if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. And let me know if you have any suggestions for videos you want to see while we're here in Belgrade. Yeah, I look forward to hearing your comments on things to do in Belgrade because we've just started researching things to do. So please give me all the tips you have, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.